These are the ROCKTAPE golden rules for trouble-free, successful tape application. Rule number 1, only apply tape to clean, dry skin, and if the hair in the area is excessive, shave it first. Rule number 2, after you've cut a strip of tape from the roll, always round the ends like so. So simply taking a sharp pair of scissors and cutting an arc into the end of the tape, removing the sharp corners. Rule number 3, with every strip of tape that we apply, either end should be placed on the skin with 0 stretch. Rule number 4, when tearing the tape ready for application, try to avoid touching the glue side of the tape with your hands. Rule number 5, with every piece of tape that we stick, we then want to rub it all over with our finger or our hands to activate the glue in the tape by adding a little friction. So I'm now going to take you through a really simple application and just explain in detail how exactly we get the tape from the roll onto the skin. So when we are applying our longer stabilization tapes, we want to tear the tape close to one end, fold back the long end of the paper, and remove entirely the short end. This piece of tape now has 0 stretch on it whatsoever, so I can lay that onto the skin as my stretch-free anchor. When the tape is manufactured, a small amount of stretch is put onto the tape as it's laid onto the backing paper. So if we want paper off tension, all we need to do is pull on the paper as we lay the tape onto the skin, neither adding or subtracting stretch as we go along. At the far end, remove the paper, give the tape a second to recoil entirely, and then pat that down. That means we now have 0% stretch here, paper off stretch to here, and then 0% stretch on the far end. Now that that stabilization tape's on, we're going to move on to our decompression tape. So for this, it's a shorter piece of tape that we are going to tear in the middle and then fold back both sides to expose the middle part of the tape. On these decompression tapes, we're going to add a little stretch, somewhere between 50 to 80% of the full elasticity of the tape. Make sure we don't pinch in the middle of the tape or pull at one edge to give uneven stretch. We want to get a nice even stretch across the width of the tape. Maintain that stretch as we lay the tape onto the skin, and now apply either end with 0% stretch. So in this instance, we now have 0 stretch, 70% stretch, and then 0 stretch again. Once we've got those 2 pieces of tape on, we want to give the whole application a good rub all over to make sure that tape's really well stuck. The glue on the tape takes around 20 minutes to be fully adhered and reach its maximum strength. So it's a good idea to apply your taping a little while before you plan to play sport. Here are a few tips to removing your rock tape with a minimal amount of discomfort. If your tape is really well stuck and it's on a sensitive or hairy area, then rubbing a little olive oil or massage oil around the area will help to break down the glue bonds. When it comes to remove a strip like this, if we start at the top and peel down towards the bottom, it will leave a lot more hair behind than if we do it the other way around. So once we've picked off the top end of the tape, we want to hold the skin down where the tape's going to remove, reflect the tape right back on itself so that we're pulling in this direction as opposed to upwards in this direction will cause more discomfort. So we hold the skin, we turn it right back on itself, and then we can remove the tape in sections like so.